All right, welcome back into the Newport This Week video podcast series. I'm Bill Bartholomew. Pardon me, you can find each of our episodes on the Newport This Week YouTube channel. And of course, make sure you pick up the latest edition of Newport This Week and visit newportthisweek.com for all of the content that you'll find in this terrific weekly newspaper. So today we're talking about DreamFest, which is coming up on April 29th at Pell Elementary School. I'll begin just reading briefly from Newport This Week. James Marola has the article. Described as a career day for all ages, Working Cities Newport Equity will hold DreamFest on April 29th at Pell Elementary School, an event that promises to provide a window into a variety of industries through personal and professional networking and interactive opportunities. Attendees can expect to meet people doing jobs they wish to explore, receive training and school information, and enjoy food and family fun, all while exposing people of color to careers they may feel are unattainable. Although the emphasis is on people of color, all are invited to attend this event, which runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., including any teens and adults who are deciding what to do with their lives. Boy, that's a big picture question. And I'm sure you can see some of the artwork behind me as well right now, and we'll explain what that's all about in a moment. But Elizabeth McDowell joins us. Thanks so much for your time.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having us and helping us represent working cities.
Of course. So I guess explain your role and title and all of that and how you fit into this and what exactly it is that's taking place beyond what I just described.
Sure. So day to day, I run adult education program through East Bay Community Action Program, and we have a very big and many decade commitment to the Newport community. And in that work, I was invited to join Working Cities, which is a group across all sorts of agencies and and Newport entities working together to raise the voice of the residents and make sure that they have a voice in how they are seen and heard, and that they can get meaningful work in the communities where they live. And sometimes for historically marginalized groups, that can be really difficult. And so that's what Working Cities has been focusing on for the past few years. Most recently, we had a breakout group that really focused on equity and workforce development. How do we make sure that Black, Indigenous, people of color, Hispanic community are all getting equitable access to the great jobs and the great employers that we have here in Newport County? And so we work together as a group, again, with the Working Cities mission and model of cross-agency, cross-function. Everybody drops their titles and just gets in and does the work of closing those gaps and making new connections for people. DreamFest is sort of the embodiment of those of that vision, I guess we would say, because we're getting people all together in a room where they can see people of color in the jobs that they maybe never imagined they could do, or that they didn't even know existed. And I'm still learning about all the different kinds of jobs, and I've been in the job market for many decades, and I think that's true for all of us. We all need to stay curious, and we all need to get out there and find out what's new. And what this is available to everybody. I really want to emphasize this is available to everyone. What you're going to see in the room are people of color representing different career paths. And we're going to give people an opportunity at any age to come and talk about what would it be like if they followed a career path like this? Where would they go to school? Would they need training? How much money does that cost? At the end of your path, what kind of money are you making? And what's a regular week look like in your job? We just want to open it up and just ask all those fun and exciting questions, and make it easy and accessible for everyone to do.
Yeah, it's a really impressive and important set of work. And of course, right now we're in a moment where jobs are really changing, and we're looking to the future where, I mean, we could go down the rabbit hole of AI and other forms of automation things are shifting and professional outlook for everyone is rapidly changing. So empowering those who are marginalized um, to have an opportunity to look not only at the status quo but where we're going is so important and is a major piece of any equity discussion.
I can tell you that working with adults, sometimes they just don't feel entitled. Maybe they had a hard time in school. Maybe they had kids really early, and so they focused on parenting and household responsibilities. And then it was hard to get back into school or into work. And we want people to we want them to see that it doesn't matter where you are in that part of your life trajectory. Everybody can relaunch and reconnect to something new. And we find in adult ed that if you really want an adult to commit to their learning, bringing their kids into the picture. And so we did that with inviting the children to design T-shirts uh, that illustrated their dream jobs. And so, Bill, I see you have a few of the wonderful applications that we got for the contest right behind you. And the kids are going to be wearing their T-shirts at the event. And we're hoping that's going to really encourage the parents to come out too. So everybody can celebrate possibilities and opportunities on the 29th.
It's amazing the power of art and design in terms of just you know serving as a vehicle for expression and obviously in an artistic sense, but also in a more direct and practical sense, communicating, hey, here's where I want to go. Here's a picture of my life that I respect and that I want to achieve. And let's close that gap, as you said. I read from the paper, the Newport This Week, the article that I had begun the program with today. Cheryl Robinson, who is the organizer of this, she says it's not a job fair. This is an opportunity to have a one-on-one conversation with somebody. She said, maybe you're thinking, I want to be a doctor, but I can't be a doctor. I have all these things stacked against me. Well, at this event, you're going to talk to a doctor, and he probably went through all the things that you went through and worse. And he or she tells you, you can do this, but these are all the things you have to do to get there. That's also so critical as well. It's not just pie in the sky. It's an opportunity to say, hey, let's come up with a game plan, a tailored game plan for you to achieve your dreams. Talk about that a little bit.
So, first of all, I do want to acknowledge that Cheryl Robinson from Turning Around Ministries is my co-lead at the Working Cities Work Equity Group. And this whole DreamFest and the artistic side of it, bringing the kids in, that was all her idea and her imagination. And it's been so exciting to be part of that. We want to bring it down to the practical. So you go and you dream and you talk at the table, but then how do you close that gap between what you wish for and making it happen? And that's where having programs like East Bay Community Action Program, CCRI, College Unbound, involved at the tables, we can help people think about and map what the next steps look like and be there to be their partners and job coaches to see what it's going to take to move on uh, that path of success and fulfillment.
Yeah, it's really spectacular stuff. There's no question about it. And further in the article, I know we're pulling a lot from this article, but it's really a great explainer and launching pad. The last paragraph, I've run into people who say, oh, there are black doctors, there are black lawyers, there are Hispanic doctors, there are Hispanic lawyers. It's an educational piece for everybody. Cheryl Robinson added, if you're not used to seeing something, you don't know it exists. What a critical framework, and what a commentary on the status quo, but also what an emphasis on how important a program like this really is.
I think people should come out. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like. This is for everybody. It's going to be exciting and informative for all of us, and I think fun. And it's just a way to sort of open out our thinking. And I want to also mention that our partner, Conexión Latina, will have people there representing human services, and they'll also be there to translate. So for folks who aren't really comfortable with English, they'll also be able to participate.
It's really amazing stuff. Where can people find out more information about it besides Newport This Week and by listening to this podcast over and over again?
They can, I'm just going to give you my phone number,
Wow.
401 487 0005. Call me. I'll send you our flyer and more detail. We're always looking for volunteers, other people who want to represent different careers. We don't have a website yet. So we're still babies.
Elizabeth McDowell, thank you so much for your amazing work and for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us, and we hope to see you out there, everybody.